Why did I just forget the entire intro? What's wrong with me? I went to rip it and it just completely left my brain.
Oh, well.
My brain was like, you do the intro now, bud. What's the intro? Where's the intro, Mansley?
Welcome back, everybody. Get a snack, relax, sit back, relax, get a snack. As we present to you our last brain cells left. How you doing, and how you doing, bot?
Well, you asked yourself first out of reflex. That's amazing. That's fantastic, actually. You know what? No,
you're doing the outro for today.
Okay, bet.
Okay,
I can
great.
do that.
How are you doing, bot?
I'm doing fine. You know.
Cool.
Eggs is back from her big family vacation for a week long, so it was just me and the dog for a week. But now she's back, so that's pretty pog.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun having another human being here. I feel less insane. You know?
Yeah. 'Cause it's just been a dog.
Yeah, it's just been me and the dog, which it's been good because I've been able to like get to learn her tendencies a bit more.
Yeah.
And also she's sort of developed patterns and ways to tell us that she needs to go to the bathroom that I've been able to like learn and pick up on. So that's been really helpful to have, because coming from a lab environment where we adopted her from, which I need to specify, right? Because whenever people hear like lab beagles, there's a lot of like shitty treatment and shitty places that lab beagles come from and have things done to them. Anna was not one of those. She came from a school where they have them on site, and so they were very well kept, very well taken care of. I mean, the fact that she's so social and friendly and trusting of people is kind of a sign of that, right? Where she's had a lot of confidence and a lot of willingness to do and try a lot of new things that we don't think a lot of other beagles would have had the similar, confidence or experience. So we're very happy for that.
That's good.
But no, she came to the point where like, so she had an issue with her lower back where she effectively like slipped a disc in her back. So it became an issue there, like where it was causing her pain, and they noticed and fixed it immediately. And like literally like the day that it became an issue, it was caught and then treated properly, and she was given like the proper care and like everything that she needed to like recover from that. So that just kind of like speaks to the kind of environment that she was in, But circling back to the point of this, being in that lab environment, they basically would just shit and piss wherever, because it's just like a wax line floor. You know what I mean? Where it's like a gymnasium floor, but it's like stone underneath it instead of like wood, right?
Yeah.
That's what the flooring was like in the lab, basically. So they would just go anywhere. And so basically teaching her, like, you're allowed to, like, go to the bathroom outside. That's fine. You're not going to get in trouble for doing that. And, like, she's gotten to the point now where she knows, like, she'll get in trouble if she goes to the bathroom in our apartment. And she'll, like, look at us like, help, please. I must go outside.
Please. Yeah. Well, that's good that she's, like, because beagles are also ridiculously smart. I've said this multiple times on the I keep saying the stream on the podcast.
Yes.
That I've they're super smart. It's insane to me how incredibly intelligent beagles are. Just dogs in general, but also beagles are just notoriously.
She is incredibly intelligent, which is also hilarious because I've had a beagle in my past life who was very in my earlier life who was incredibly not intelligent.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I feel like it's either 0 or 100 with them.
Yeah, well, so for context, when I was a wee lad, from when I was born up until I was like 8, my family had another beagle called Sparky, right? Yeah. And this bastard was motivated by one thing and one thing only, and that was food. Like, straight up, I once watched this dog like choke himself on a leash to get like to try to reach like lunch meats on a table.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm not kidding. Like, this dog he was crafty. Like, there was at one point where There was some party because this was around the time when my dad was just recently retired from the firehouse. So we always used to have these like big like barbecues kind of thing where a bunch of like firemen and people like from my dad's friends would come over, and it was a whole thing. It was a lot of fun too. Tell you, firemen know how to party. I'll tell you that right now. At least firemen from my dad's generation, they know how to party. But I digress. So someone put down like an uncut like salami, right? I think it was like a half a pound, maybe something like that. With this uncut piece of salami on a plate on like the edge of the table, and Sparky saw that and was like, "Now's my opportunity," and he like jumped up and like batted the edge of the plate so it would launch the salami into the air, right? Which he then caught in his mouth, right?
Yeah.
So now there's this thick ass beagle with a half a pound of salami in its mouth that it cannot fully eat or chew, and it sees my dad. And my dad and this beagle used to, like, for lack of a better term, like, have spats. Or, like, they would fight, right? Like, that dog was constantly stealing my dad's food and whatnot. But so he sees my dad coming around the corner, and he tries to swallow the whole thing. Because that's how he gets rid of the food, is just by inhaling it like he's a fucking anaconda. Which, by the way, he wasn't. Simply just a pudgy beagle who would howl at the ass crack of dawn every morning. So he's just trying to choke this thing down. Meanwhile, my dad's just standing there like, "Choke, you bastard." He's just like, do it, you bastard. Do
it, yeah.
Like, because, oh God, there was one time my father, on top of being a fireman, also was an electrical contractor. So he would leave like shifts at the firehouse, which would be like 2.5 day shifts, basically, like 2.5 days straight being at the firehouse. He would leave there, go home, like have like a coffee or something, then get in his van and go to do like electrical contracts. Like he would do wiring for like houses, small businesses, you name it around the area, right? So he got off, I think like 4 or 5 days of doing like that rotation of existence, right? And he came home and he made himself like a sandwich. And he put it down on like the coffee table, right? And then he went to go get like a glass of water from the kitchen. And by the time he walked back in that room, that entire plate was clean. Not a crumb, not a sign. And there was that dog. And I swear to God, I've never seen my dad or that dog move faster in my entire life. With a chair, by the way. My dad had picked up a chair. He was like, "I'm going to kill the thing. I'm going to kill him." Because he was just so exhausted and so tired. And he's like, "I just want to eat my goddamn sandwich, please."
Nope, not allowed.
And Sparky was just like, "Not on my watch, buddy."
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. And that's just like, he once ate an entire loaf of Wonder Bread, bag and all, and then shit out the bag.
Yeah.
Which, like, I could, like, there's like so many stories of that dog just doing weird things and doing crazy shit like that. You know,
that's very funny. Yeah.
So and Anna's very much the opposite of that beagle, where she's just kind of like,
she's just chill.
Yeah, no, she's very chill.
Yeah.
She's just like, meek is a good word for it, I think. Like, she's definitely got some anxiety, which I mean,
she just
is
ain't got the time, dude.
No,
like,
she does spend a lot of her time doing the big eeps, which she's actually so. Fun story, actually. She kept me up a lot last night because she had to go to the bathroom. And for some reason had to go like really late at night, but would only do it in bursts. So she would like go in her crate to lie down, and we're trying to sleep, and then she would get up and start sniffing around and like doing stuff. And then she also, we don't know why, but she has an affinity for laundry, right? Oh, she really likes like laundry, especially egg socks. She really likes her socks for some reason. Yeah, don't know why, couldn't tell you. Just something that she's a fan of. But so, because Eggy just got back from this, like, 'cause she did like a huge canoeing trip with her family in New York, her and all her siblings and her dad, and it was a whole big thing. It was a lot of fun. She's got, tells good stories about that, but I digress. So she had a bunch of like socks that were in her backpack, like as extras from the trip, and so Anna had found those and was basically going like digging into her backpack to find the extra socks to like pull them out and play with them.
That's so funny.
I'm like, it's 1 a.m. Can we put a pause on the socks, please?
Yeah.
But so she does that a few times. Then was sitting in her crate whining, and we're like, what do you need? I would go to walk down the stairs, and she would just walk to go to her water bowl. We'd take a drink of water, then go back into bed, and I'm like, okay, I guess you're good now. So then I lay back down. Then she sits up and starts whining again, and I'm like, God damn it, what the fuck? So then eventually I just I picked her up, and we're going downstairs because you need either you're telling me you need to go to the bathroom or we're gonna sit outside until you figure it out.
Yeah.
So I take her outside, and she does a beagle poo, and so that was 2 a.m. Clean that up. There's also a slug, by the way, on the side of the wall outside.
Oh.
Which I was just like, oh yeah. I was like, that's kind of neat. I haven't seen a slug in a while. I'm actually gonna send you a picture of the slug now.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of like,
oh, wow, cool.
watching this slug slowly travel down the wall outside as my entertainment at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, cool. She's done. We go back inside. Take her out of the harness. She zooms upstairs before I even go. I'm like, oh, I guess she really is tired. She's done now. So then I finally I get undressed. I go to lie down in bed, and I'm like, okay, I'm done finally. 10 minutes pass, she starts whining again. I'm like, dear God, what? We just went through this whole rigmarole. I'm like, you ate all the food that's in your bowl. You had water. You took a crap. What possibly, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So I'm just taking you downstairs again. So I got up, got dressed again, took her downstairs, got her all harnessed down, took her outside. She wandered around for 20 minutes and then finally peed. And I'm like, oh God, finally, now I can go to bed. And it's 3:40 in the morning.
Jesus Christ.
Finally went to sleep. The entire time Eggie's in and out of sleep because she's got to wake up early to do her work. And so then she wakes up at 6:30 to leave for work, and Anna's now awake and she has to go out to pee again. And I'm like, okay, great. So I'm now at this point she's waking me up to take her out because Eggs is, she's getting her morning routine ready. And Anna's still upstairs, so she wakes my ass up to take her out again. So then at 6:50 this morning, I'm awake, half awake, sitting outside please go pee so I can go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh my,
that's funny.
I felt like an extra on The Walking Dead. It was so bad.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Just half asleep,
and now she's lying in her bed and not a care in the world. And it's we could go outside now.
She gets good sleep, but
she does.
It was very funny.
It's
So we got told in our Discord a bunch of different things we can talk about. One of them I really don't want to talk about, but before we do that,
one.
I want to formally apologize to my good friend Sugarfern, because and they told me to do this because they wanted you to make fun of me. I told them. I asked them a while ago if they wanted to hop into a call just to hang out, and 10 minutes passed, and then I had to go record this. So, and they yelled at me. Wow. They went to our DMs and they checked how long it had been, and they just told me they just started yelling 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I was just laughing so hard.
It's
so
it's
I'm sorry.
The SpongeBob 6 o'clock.
Yeah. So LOL. Sorry. Go check out Fern. They're great. But yeah, our
evidence
people...
of you saying something nice about Fern. That's crazy.
Oh no, we gotta remove that. So. We got a few things we want to talk about, or not we want to talk about, but our listeners want us to talk about.
I actually, this is reminding me, I have a quick aside question that was brought up to me by, I was in a call with Spider last night, and he asked me this question because we're actually talking about the podcast, and I mentioned you, and somewhere back and forth, he's like, oh yes, Sir Bot, you do your royal duty, and then he tried to make a similar joke for you, but we realized we don't know what's the formal way to address they them, because there's sir and ma'am, there's but there's no regal way to address they am, what, how do you
see? This is,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So we have a server that a bunch of us play on, a bunch of friends play on, and it's called the Ranch. great server. I never made any content on it because I specifically wanted to play it just to play it.
Right.
And it was actually one of the main reasons why I quit content creation, because I was like, oh my god, I love hanging out with my friends.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, without the need to like hype it up a little bit because
Put
I'm
on a
recording
show
or I'm streaming or whatever. Yeah.
I know the feeling.
So yeah, we had this whole little like weird plot thing because a bunch of us lived very close to each other. It was actually really funny. So all the Europeans on the server lived somewhere else, and then all the Americans lived together.
Wow, so you all just made it more accurate, huh?
Yeah, so when I say Americans, I mean North America and Canadians, obviously.
Gotcha.
There's
Yeah.
just a few people that are Canadians. There was like a few Europeans thrown about in our little area, but there's like 2. Well, the rest of us were all like Americans.
North America's built on immigrants, so that makes sense.
Yeah, there you go. So I was basically, we ended up making Fern our monarch, and we had the same situation. We were like, what do we call you?
How do you formally address them?
We don't want to say king. We don't want to say queen.
Right.
Because, you know, that's gendered and all that. So they ended up being our thing.
Okay.
And instead of a kingdom, it was a thingdom.
You know, I kind of like that. It makes me think of the thing from Fantastic Four, but I kind of dig it.
Yes. So I'm just gonna go with thing is good. So Sir Bot and Thing Finn.
It kind of feels like it should be backwards, right? Like my name's like the inanimate object, but you're the one being called the thing. Which,
I don't know, man.
You know what? I like it though.
Yeah,
I like it. I do think it does kind of fit. I don't know what would be like
the formal, you know, version of it.
Okay, well, you know what? This was something that we were talking about, and it's like, well, we should ask people who are more related to the subject than we are.
Yeah, but also I think the answer would be different for every person because, so here's a fun fact about non-binary. And this is how I got my mom to kind of like be okay. Not that she wasn't okay with me being non-binary. She
help
just
understand.
Didn't get it.
Yeah,
it was more to help her understand. So I explained it as I've met a few non-binary people in my life. Mm-hmm. There are, and also if I say anything offensive within the next 5 minutes, I'm sorry.
Same.
I tend to like just say things and then turns out they're offensive and then I don't mean it to be. But
Same.
You know, so there's a few different ways to distinguish non-binary. One, you're trans, you're in the middle of transitioning, and you haven't really, like, this was the first non-binary person I met. He's trans. And he went by they, them before he fully transitioned because she, her was not good.
Right.
And then he just didn't want to deal with that.
Sure.
So they, them.
Gotcha.
So there's that they, them. There's my they, them, which is, depending on the day. So I'm very in tune with both my masculine and my feminine side. Mm-hmm. So it's not that I don't feel like either gender, it's I feel too much of both genders.
Right. It's like a clashing of the
hence why
mediums.
They, them. Right? Okay. And then there's option C, which is the opposite of what I am.
Right, where you don't identify with either.
Instead
you don't
of,
feel like either fits.
You don't identify with either instead of identifying with both. Yeah. So I guess
for
me personally, it just depends on the day.
Right.
Sometimes I want to be sir, sometimes I want to be a queen, you know?
Right. Some days you need to slay.
And I tell this to a lot of people,
I get it.
especially if I meet people like online, or not online, but like through dating apps, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell them like, I really want to get called handsome today. And then some other day I'll be like, I really want to get called pretty today.
Fair.
So it's like, I never really know.
Okay.
So it depends on the day, you know, it depends on the vibe.
You know, that makes sense.
Realistically though, I am more in tune with masculine than I am with feminine, but there's some times where I just want to be pretty.
You know what? Fair enough.
Sometimes I just want to be a pretty pink princess. Is that so bad?
I don't think that's so bad. I think it's like people are always so like afraid to like ask these things or like have these conversations. But I feel like you can ask and talk about anything truly if you're being respectful about it. Like there's a way to approach any conversation, in my opinion. But people are just too afraid to like cross that line or like offend someone. It's like, well, no, you can talk about things that are sensitive or that people will be upset by without like offending them or trying to like force
exactly.
ideas or thoughts down someone's throat, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's what I always say about people, because one of the first few things I noticed when I first moved to the US and started meeting
people.
Sorry. When I started meeting legit Abitiqua,
My favorite sandwich. Sorry.
Yeah. I realized that people kind of get offended pretty easily.
Oh, yeah.
And so, you know, whenever you would ask anything, they would get offended.
Right.
And so my thing is, you can ask me questions. I don't really care. As long as you're not asking me, like, how I have sex. You know?
Right.
Obviously, I'm not going to answer that question. That's just kind of weird.
Well, that's just, like, personal comfort levels. Like, you can
talk
to you can go up to a straight person and be like, hey, man, how you fucking? And they'd be like, what the hell? Like,
it's like,
you know?
we're not at that point yet.
Right.
We're not close enough as
like,
friends. Sorry.
like, hi, nice, like, sir, this is a Wendy's.
Yeah, like it's like if you were trans, you know, it would be offensive if somebody walked up to you and be like, "What's in your pants?" You know, like that's not a question that I would obviously answer.
Right.
So, but like if somebody's just asking me something to learn, like how I just explained the non-binary thing, if you had asked me that just to be like, so like, what does it mean, like non-binary? Then I would have been like, hey, you're just trying to learn. You're not trying to offend me. You're trying to learn. And those are the questions that I love. Because, like, I like being able to teach somebody, you know, and, like, having them understand. And if you still, you know, if you're a homophobic person and I explain that to you and you're still like, well, that's wrong, so be it. You have your opinion.
Right.
Your opinion is wrong. But, no, I'm kidding. Like, you have your opinion. I've met people that were like, you know, before I met you, I just thought of being gay as wrong. But after I met you, it's just so normalized now that it's fine. I don't care.
That's cool.
And I have the same opinion about straight people, you know, like, it's like, listen, I'm okay. If you're straight, you be you know, whatever. I don't get it, but whatever. Now, the only thing is, I would rather you not suck face in front of me, please. I'm okay with PDA. If you want to hold your hand.
Well, yeah, that's just a general thing, yeah.
But if you're violently making out in front of me, like, I don't care if it's like a peck, whatever. Yeah. But if you're violently making out in front of me, trying to, like, consume each other's faces, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be a little uncomfy.
Yeah, if you're trying to eat the back of someone's throat in public.
Like, that's not because straight people make me uncomfortable. No, that's because you're, like, having sex in front of me.
Yeah, no. I think that's true of any kind of relationship. Like, if I saw two straight people, two gay people, like, any combination of human beings sucking face to that degree, I would be like, ugh. Like,
I do want to add, this is not only for straight people. If I saw this, right, like at Chipotle, right in front of my salad, like if this was two gay people,
my OSHA manual,
two gay people, two trans people, two non-binary people, two lesbians, I don't care. Can you just please not, like,
yeah,
preferably,
like, yeah. Can I just enjoy this Panera bread? Like, can you
God,
please
and I
just
hated that in high school because there was so many. Oh, there was this one specific couple when I was in middle school. Mm-hmm. That they dated for a really long time. Like if the guy hadn't moved, I think they would have ended up married, like high school sweethearts. They were really cute. Mm-hmm. But dear God.
But be cute in a different room, please.
At least find a different place to do it. I mean, come on, man. Right in front, right on this staircase where everyone has to walk through every single day. Like, dude.
Some people are just like
pee on this
rabbits.
guy and mark your territory.
You know?
I didn't know I was gonna get so bothered about this.
This is like me talking about the FNAF movie. This is just your version of that. You know?
Yeah, it's just like, dude, like, I don't need it. Why?
Oh, please. I don't want it in the house. I don't want it with a mouse.
I don't want it in
literally. I'm so glad. Like, I'm glad that we both like share this mindset, because I think it's a very good thing, and I feel like it's not something that's very widespread. So I feel like us talking about it maybe will help expand people's horizons.
Hopefully.
I'd like to think so.
I really hope so.
I would like to think so.
If you're in public jamming your tongue down your partner's throat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just meant the like I meant the like how to approach conversations, but like, yeah, that's also true.
In fact, if you're listening to this podcast while you have your tongue down someone's throat, please stop. Why are you listening to us?
If
while
someone's
you're doing
making out with someone to the sound of our voices, they need
please
clinical
get me out
help.
of your ears.
Yeah.
Please get me out of your ears.
Either get out of their mouth or get us out of your ears. Pick one.
Okay.
Something
My
needs to
goal in
leave a
life-
hole, okay? And
my
I don't
goal in
care
life
which
with
one
this
it is, but
podcast-
something needs to.
Oh yeah. My goal in life with this podcast is to hope that somebody's drinking water and make them either do a spit take or start choking on their water. Just because of all the
I mean, we
all
almost
the
made Luke
rail
fall off
stuff
the
we're
treadmill
saying.
last week.
There you go. Yeah, we did. Shout out to Luke.
Big win on that end.
So speaking of water, actually, this is a great segue.
Hell
Do
yeah.
you have, because hold on, this is my other thing that it gets me bothered. What's
Oh,
your
boy.
favorite bottled water?
My favorite bottled water?
Yeah, like if you were at the grocery store and you were like,
Liquid
I
Death,
need
fuck
water.
bottles, fuck plastic.
Oh. I'm just not a fan of sparkling water. Water
It's
should
not
not have
sparkling
that
water.
texture. I'm sorry.
It's not
It's
sparkling
just
water.
water?
It's just water
Oh,
in a
I
can.
thought it was sparkling.
No, it's just water in a can. I think they have a sparkling
Oh.
water, but Liquid Death is just water in a can.
Oh, bet. Okay, never mind then. All right.
Yeah.
Then, I
I'm
take
back
my-
on
I take
board.
my ugh back. There we go. I take my ugh back. So, mine is smart water.
Okay.
I drank it recently when I was at work because it was easily accessible because
You
like
needed
the
to get
cooler's
smart.
right there. Yeah, and I needed to get smart.
Yep. As one does.
But I drank it, and I don't know. Smart water is really, really good. All-time favorite. But you can't really get it in the United States. In Nicaragua, there's this water called Fuente Pura.
Okay.
And it translates to pure fountain. There's nothing pure
Ooh.
about that water. That water's probably been processed like 1,000 times. But there's something so
fair.
nostalgic about the flavor of it, and it's so good. Anyways, so the reason why I wanted to talk about this was because I was in the grocery store with my mom, and I have said this many a times to my parents. Dasani,
It's
worst
ass.
water.
It's the
Do
worst.
not drink that water.
No,
and
Dasani
specifically
sucks.
do not drink that water because of multiple reasons. So if you look on a bottle of water, most of the time, and I find it hilarious that they do this, the ingredients will just say water
Yes. The fact that water
Nothing
has
else.
ingredients too is insane.
because it's just water.
Yep.
If it doesn't have ingredients, that literally just means there's water in there.
Yep.
Dasani, I'm gonna crap on Dasani so hard. I hate Dasani.
Good. Go on.
Dasani, first
Dasani
of all,
sucks.
when you open a bottle of Dasani, it makes the tss noise.
Yeah.
Water shouldn't do that.
It's like, what?
If
what?
a bottle only has water, it should not be making that sound.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't sound like the genie just fizzled out of the lamp every time I open a bottle of water. No,
Exactly.
you're right.
So, I need to look up real quick. Okay, there we go.
Dasani
So,
ingredients.
It has yes. So obviously the first ingredient is water, whatever. And then they add minerals for taste. Do you want to know what the minerals are? Do you want to know
Salt.
what the minerals are, Bot?
Is it salt?
One of them is salt, which
Okay.
makes you thirstier,
Makes you
which
thirsty,
leads me
yeah.
into my conspiracy theory.
It's a diuretic, I think, is the proper term.
Yeah,
Or, like,
so
dehydrates you.
Salt, which dehydrates you. And then the other two are magnesium sulfate and potassium chloride. You want to know
Oh.
something funny about magnesium sulfate and potassium chloride?
Don't they like absorb and like suck out water?
No.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if they do that, but
One of those
One
I'm
of
pretty sure
them-
explodes in. I think it's like
One
raw
of them-
phosphorus like explodes if you put it on water. I
Oh,
could be
I have
wrong,
no
but
idea.
I digress. No, it's
One of
potassium.
those-
My bad.
One of those ingredients is the main ingredient used in lethal injections.
Oh, huh? Excuse me?
So I guess it's just, lethal injections obviously have other things that add to it, to make it lethal.
Right.
But it is the main ingredient in lethal injections. I don't know if that means that if you drink enough Dasani, you'll die. If you drink
should do
enough
the
of
math.
anything, you'll die.
Yeah.
But so there's that. Also,
Interesting.
the reason why most amusement parks, I know Disney does this, and this
Universal
is not
does
me crapping on
too.
Disney. This is me crapping on Dasani.
Universal and Six Flags also does this, as someone who's been there.
Most amusement parks sell only Dasani water.
Yep.
And you may be wondering, Finn, why? Well, let me tell you a little something about Dasani water that we just said, and now it's spoiled. Dasani water makes you thirstier.
On this week's episode of Burying the Lead.
Yeah. So Dasani water makes you thirstier.
Yes.
The minerals that they add for flavor, it makes you more thirsty. Think about it, right? You don't bring your own water bottle. Like, most people don't bring their own water bottle to Disney because they're like, oh, I'm just going to get water at the park. Well,
Right.
you only have Dasani, so, suck a dick. So the salt makes you thirstier. And then you're like, I just drank a bottle of Dasani, but I'm still thirsty.
Yep.
What should I want another bottle of water. Oh, there's only Dasani.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're thirstier.
Yep.
So you buy another bottle. But then you're still thirsty.
That's why whenever I'm at amusement parks, I will go out of my
bottle.
way to like get like Powerade or Gatorade or whatever version they have there.
You should be getting whatever. Literally, just don't get water.
Yeah.
I'm at a point where I think Coke would be better.
Well, you're mildly biased. Let's be honest.
I think a soda would be better.
Right.
Than getting water.
Than Dasani. Yeah.
Than Dasani.
Because Dasani
Not getting
has proven
water
themselves
because
untrustworthy.
you can get water, but just don't get Dasani. Dasani is so bad for you. And this is why, going back to my point where I was in the grocery store with my mom, she was telling me, she's like, because she's been feeling really bad lately. And she told me, she was like, I need water because I feel like I'm going to pass out. We were in the grocery store. I was like, okay, get some water. And she starts walking up to by the way, Dasani is owned by by Coca-Cola. She walks up to the Coca-Cola machine. She goes to open it. I'm about to say, do not grab that bottle of Dasani. She stops. She hesitates. She looks at me and she goes, no, you don't like Dasani, right? Like, Dasani's bad for you. And I almost exploded. Oh, I had to keep it. I had to keep it in. I almost had a 1-hour conversation with my mother about how bad Dasani is for you. But I looked at her, I smiled, and I said, Dasani is bad for you. And she was like, oh, which one should I get then? And I was like, oh my God. And then we found a bottle of Aquafina. Aquafina is fine. At least I think Aquafina is fine. I just know Dasani isn't fine. Listen, if your bottle of water...
mostly just know that
your
Dasani
bottle
is the
of water
devil.
should not make the same sound that soda makes when you open it.
Correct.
It also, if you look really close at a bottle of Dasani when it's opened, it fizzes. It has bubbles.
Why?
Don't get Dasani, please.
Yeah. Moral of the story is,
if you learn
don't get
anything from this
Dasani.
podcast, don't shove your tongue down someone's throat and don't drink Dasani. Okay?
Yeah, like listen, all
that's
you
all I
sex
need you guys to
havers,
learn from
listen to
today's
this
episode.
podcast. You need to chill out.
Listen here, you all you sex havers. Oh God.
Not a sentence I thought I'd be saying today.
That's my rant about Dasani water.
You know what? I 100% agree, and I feel like that's not going to be an unpopular opinion. I feel like
Dasani, and it also just tastes bad. Like, it's just not yummy.
Yeah, which is
like,
also just wild.
I understand
that water could have a bad taste to it.
Yeah, like I understand. Oh, water has flavor for sure.
Oh yeah, but it's just like it's amazing to me that you could achieve that.
Yeah, I understand if like Dasani tasted good. It was like, okay, well, have at it. But Dasani just tastes bad. It has that mineral flavor that I hate. Ugh. Anyways, there is no segue to this.
This is the segue to this.
This is the segue to this. Being thirsty, I guess, is the segue.
In what sense?
I hate that segue. In none sense. Just ignore what I just said. So this was told to us by our listener. Their name is Polly.
Woo!
Thoughts on Dolphin being a furry?
I mean, you have a fursona, so.
0 thoughts. I have a fursona now. Hold on, I'll send it to Bot so that he can throw it up on screen. Hate in my heart. Hate in my heart.
It was Redacted and Fern that made this, right?
So no, it was Redacted. Redacted, mind you, made this on the Discord whiteboard activity on their phone.
Yep.
And also has never drawn furry art before.
Yep. And
this is what they made, and quite frankly, it's great.
It's fate, honestly.
It looks fantastic. I hate giving it compliments because that makes me sound like, I'm happy that they made me a fursona. But I said on a stream a while ago. Sorry, I burped.
It's choking you up. You're really getting emotional about this.
Yeah, it really is. I said on a stream a while ago that and nobody's allowed to call me a furry until I have furry art of a fursona. And I made the mistake of saying that in front of 2 artists.
Yeah, I was gonna say you said that in front of the wrong crowd.
So now I have a persona. It doesn't have a name.
I feel like you're refusing to name it.
No, I'm just stuck between a bunch of names.
Like what? Let's come up with one on the podcast right now.
Oh my gosh.
Or
so you want to hear the names I'm stuck between?
I would. Actually, I would very much so enjoy that, yes.
So there was a part of me that wanted to do Greek god, so I kind of wanted to name it Hermes, but I don't think Hermes fits.
Okay. I like the angle, though.
And then I thought about, since it's a clouded leopard, obviously I thought about, like, Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's too...
Final Fantasy.
Too basic. Too Final Fantasy. No, it's like too basic. It's
okay.
Yeah. So, but then I think I thought of Snow was another one.
Sure.
But I also didn't like that one either. And then I think the one I might pick, but I don't know if I will, because it does fit it more. But the other one, like the highest on my list of possibilities was Athena.
Okay.
And I think that one fits a bit better. The original name that I came up with as a joke was Silver.
Mm-hmm.
But that reminds me of Silver the Hedgehog, and that reminds me of that stupid-ass GIF. So, no.
Which stupid GIF of Silver?
You know the one where he's, like, licking his lips?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
That one. Throw it up on screen. You guys get to be uncomfortable, too.
Oh, God. Making me look up this
If you're
GIF,
watching this while making out with someone, you're welcome. Now you are...
And
no
now
longer making out with them, and you are dry as a rock. You're so welcome.
Unless this fueled their fires.
Unless you're weird.
What if you combined the two? What if you named it like Athena Silver?
Silver Athena?
No, like Athena, like first name Athena, last name Silver, maybe.
Maybe. Could be. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
I feel like
if anybody has any names that they might want to
anyone in the furry community would like to give name suggestions. That would be
that's
great.
What I should do. I should go to r/furry and then post it and be like, name it.
You know what? Actually, yeah, that's actually kind of a good idea. I'm not gonna lie.
That might be a good idea.
That would you should do that right now. Actually, that would be good.
All right, I'll do it right now. Hold on.
Let's go.
Give me a second. Let me r/furry.
And now that's gonna be in your search history forever.
Oh yeah. You wanna entertain chat while
entertain chat?
You wanna entertain?
All right, hey.
You wanna entertain while I do this?
We are live now. Clearly, obviously, we are definitely talking to a live chat.
I don't want to know.
I like how
r/furry.
Single things like this, they get said like one time, and then all of a sudden it just becomes a bit. Where I feel like I've definitely had these things before where I've said something and now it's just like a bit that's forever attached to it. Or like I have a friend who at one point in college he made a joke about liking feet, and then that just became the thing that like everyone just said / assumed / proclaimed that he was the feet guy, and that just kind of like became like a little thing that was attached to him for a while, to the point where he was like, guys, I hate this, can we stop? And then it did for a few years, and then all of a sudden he made a foot joke, and it's like, oh shit, it's fair game, we're back, it's open. It's season 2, buddy, it got greenlit by the producers, we're back. And so I don't know, I think there's a lot of times where like things just get said and then they take on a whole new life of their own, you know, like me making a stupid joke about punching a wasp's nest, and now that's kind of like a little thing that happened. Yeah, there is art of that. Shout
I
out to
don't even actually know. Hold on, I can't type and talk at the same time.
You know what? That's fair. I've discovered that, speaking on that a little bit, I've discovered that like through streaming and other things that I'm actually pretty decent at like multitasking, where I could be like playing a game and like holding a conversation with like people at the same time. And like, I mean, granted, that was just something that I would do like growing up, where I'd be like playing it with my buddies and we'd just be shooting the shit the whole time. And so like I've realized it's like kind of accidental training for like streaming and making content, where it's like, oh no, I can just kind of like yap while like I don't know how my brain like splits the focus, but I feel like I'm pretty decent at being able to hold both like a conversation and also like playing a game, or like reading chat while playing Binding of Isaac is a good one. Which, granted, it helps that Isaac isn't a super like attention intensive game. It can be. Like, it absolutely, I'm not going to sit here and say that, like, you don't have to pay attention to Isaac to be good at it, because you absolutely do. But it's one of those games where it allows you the mental pause to be able to hold a conversation or do other things that, like, congruent to it. And I think that's very fun.
I just posted a post on r/furry, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Can you send me a link to the post?
Sure, I guess. Can I do that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll flash it up on the podcast here so people can see it. You know?
All right, there you go.
Amazing. I hope this gets... did you make an account for this?
No, I already have a Reddit account.
Okay. Wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But I love that this is just a thing now.
Yeah. I don't even know how it exactly became a thing. I think people just started saying, like, oh, Dolphin, it's so furry. But I didn't want my persona to be a dolphin because that would be a little weird.
Well, dolphins don't really have fur on them, do they?
They don't really have fur on them. Baby dolphins do, fun fact.
Really?
Very, very, very short fur.
Like seals do, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, seals do, yeah. But then I was like, yeah, I don't know. And then somebody asked me, what would be your persona? And I was like, well, my second favorite animal, aside from dolphins, are clouded leopards. Because I think they're so pretty.
They are very pretty looking animals.
And then that just kind of, you know, and I had answered it very quickly. And so my friends were all like, well, you already thought about this. I'm like, no, I actually didn't, but okay. And so, yeah, like I said, I don't know where the joke started. I am going to be streaming in a few days. I don't know exactly when. Me and Fern are streaming another episode of our Soul Link.
Sure.
And I'm actually going to use that persona drawing as my little PNG.
Hell yeah. I feel like the stream will already have taken place by the time this episode comes out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just to rile the masses, you know, just to be like... just to really make people think that it might be happening.
I like how much you're trying to distance yourself from it, but also embracing it at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a fun dichotomy.
You know the 5 stages of grief? Yeah. I'm like getting to acceptance, you know?
Yeah, you're definitely reaching it. You're definitely towing the line of acceptance.
Well, the thing is, right, my whole thing is, like, I don't feel like I'm part of the furry community because I don't have a persona. Or, sorry,
well, you
I don't
do.
have a fursuit. I don't have a fursuit, and I didn't have a persona. Those were the biggest reasons why I was like, I'm not part of the furry community.
Sure.
But I do appreciate the art. I understand, like, I've seen furry art. I've played furry visual novels. Shout out to Ad Astra. That's such a good game. I know, but Ad Astra is such a good game.
This is why I'm pretty sure part of this is why it became a thing very rapidly.
Oh yeah, probably. But yeah, so like I appreciate the art. I can look at a fursuit and be like, that's a really cool fursuit.
You can tell when things take a lot of time and effort to make.
Yeah,
just like, generally speaking. I think that's true for anything.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was just like, you know, I guess I said something on stream and people were like, oh, you're a furry. I'm like, well, no, because I don't have a fursuit and I don't have a persona. But now I have a persona. I'm never getting a fursuit. Those things are so expensive.
Yeah, I was going to say, you
that
can't
is
like,
not happening.
No one can make that for you in an afternoon.
Yeah. I also think part of the reason why these allegations or whatever started is because I said I respect furries because they can just buy a fursuit. Those things are like $5,000 to $10,000. Like,
they're not cheap.
Fursuits, like I think that you know what? Actually, I think what started it is I said I would date a furry.
Okay.
Because they have a lot of money.
That's like
so like you enjoy your furry stuff, but like also sugar mommy,
that
please?
dosh. That reminds me. My dad one time told me when I was very young. He said it's just as easy to fall in love with a rich woman as it is a poor woman. That's the thing that my dad would tell me when I was young. It feels apt to bring up at this moment.
Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, so and then obviously, you know, that's a joke. I wouldn't actually just date someone for the money.
Right, same.
But yeah, so I said that on stream and that like just everybody took that and ran and now suddenly I have a persona. Does this mean I'm part of the furry community? I don't know.
Maybe this is like your first foot in the door.
Any furries listening? I would go to a furry convention. I know this isn't helping. Fully aware this isn't helping. But I would go. I know
one furry that listens to this podcast, so I'm sure I'll get a text or we'll get a message.
I think I would go to a furry convention because like they actually look kind of like fun, and like you see like a bunch of different fursuits and like art and stuff. I would go not because I'm a furry. People are gonna edit that and be like, "Oh my god, look, Dolphin said they're a furry." I I would go not because I'm a furry, but because I would want to see all the fursuits and art. And also, side note, I've seen so many videos of these people like going to furry conventions. I don't know if they're like, if they have a specific name. Are they like called fur cons? I don't know.
I legitimately, I don't know, but I could figure out if we really wanted to know.
They go to these furry conventions and they literally just go around asking people for hugs, and people are so excited about giving hugs.
Yeah, that's a wholesome thing.
Dude, it's so wholesome. Like, I would just at Pride, when I went to Pride in Nashville, there was this, like, the very last time we went to was just like mothers giving hugs.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
I ran to that lady and gave her a hug. It was the best hug ever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just ask a bunch of furries for hugs. That'd be cool, you know? I guess what it is that, like, every community, every fandom, every community, whatever, has two sides of it.
Mm-hmm. True.
You know, obviously, I know that the furry community has a side that's really wholesome, and I also know that they have the side that's like, no, don't want to go anywhere near that side.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like, you know, My Hero Academia also has.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's the same thing. But I guess, I don't know. I guess my thing with it is, like, I don't want to, like, admit it, because I feel like if I do, like, fully accept it, then I will lose a lot of, like, fans or what. Not fans, because I don't really have that many, but, like, a lot of people will judge me.
Sure.
Because it's very, like,
it's a thing that's judged,
very judgmental.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
People are extremely judgmental about furries. And is this me being scared? Probably. I can come out as gay, but I can't come out as a furry.
But you're even, like, you're saying that you're, like, I don't know, like, there's a difference between appreciating what someone makes and being the thing. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? No. Guys, I'm a furry.
Oh, shit. Yeah? This is what we're doing today?
We lose all our subscribers.
Yeah? This is what we're doing today?
Look, just listen. It's about damn time, honestly. It's just accept it.
The best part about this is I can no longer tell if this is sarcasm or not.
No, I'm being real.
Oh, okay. Yeah?
Yeah, no, I'm being so real. Listen, I have like 6 furry visual novels downloaded on my computer right now that I need to get to.
You need to get to? Like was it like Steam sale stuff that you picked up?
No, it's Itch.io.
I have no that bless you.
It's like it's like a like people make like indie games and then just like they can either sell them for very, very cheap or they can just release them for free.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I see now.
So I have a bunch of visual novels that I watched a video on and I wanted to play them, so I was like, ooh.
Hey, you know what? Fair enough.
But yeah.
Man, this episode has gone down a rabbit hole that I don't think either of us were prepared for.
Can we put in the description instead of Dolphin is gay, Dolphin's a furry?
Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, I can.
Hell yeah!
I can absolutely do that.
I can't wait for people to read that and be like, "Oh my god!"
Oh yeah, people are gonna think it's a joke instantly.
Yeah, people will think it's a joke.
I'm still waiting for like it's still part of this still feels like you're gonna be like, aha, gotcha, you know, like.
No, I'm being so dead ass.
No, I believe you. It's just like.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of how everything's come about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think I'll embrace it like on stream or in my content or anything.
Yeah.
But I'll stay like a kind of closeted furry. Like I'm not gonna, you know, I'll do the one stream with that PNG because it's just, I can't not show that PNG off. It's so cool. You know?
Yeah.
It's like art in general. If somebody makes art of me, whether it's in Fursona or not, I'm gonna show it off. It's cool. You know?
I do.
It's fan art. I don't care if my friend made it. It's fan art.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's like the thing with
like,
me and the wasp nest that Win drew.
Yeah. Put that up on the screen.
Boom! Again, there it is.
Whoa, wasp nest.
Giving me a lot of editing.
Don't do that.
Today.
Don't punch it. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of editing to do. Sorry.
Yeah, I am. That's fine.
So yeah. Again, there's no like good way to segue. I guess. Yeah, but
we're the king. We're the king of segues.
We're really good at segueing. I feel like when it does hit, it hits. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
So Spider, our moderator, one of our moderators. Shout outs moderators.
Talking about him a little earlier.
Yeah, he said how boring phones have gotten. In parentheses, i.e., generic doom scrolling rectangle versus bespoke Nugget with a slide out keyboard.
You know what's great? As I haven't been like reading the topics thing because I know you like to dig into them. So I'm like, oh, I'll just be
I
like
dig into them.
freshly reacting to them for the first time. So
That's my rabbit hole, honestly.
Bespoke Nugget? Is that what he said?
Yeah, Bespoke Nugget with a slide out keyboard.
That's amazing. I had
sent,
one of those Bespoke Nuggets, actually.
And then Abby sent, I'll show you the image that
Okay.
Abby sent, which is our other moderator. Shout out to moderators.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
Abby sent this
Okay.
in there, which if you throw that
wow.
up, go ahead.
That's an interesting. I've never seen that one, but that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Because my first phone was the one that it slid out to the right a little bit, for lack of a better term. I don't know how to describe it better. But it had like that keyboard built into it. So that was my first phone. And I agree that I really liked it. That thing was tough as hell. It was durable as all shit. And then I had an iPhone that literally broke it because I wore jeans. Like the screen cracked because I was wearing jeans that day.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I was pissed.
But yeah. So my very first phone, I had a bunch of phones actually. My very first phone is what in slang Nicaraguan Spanish we call, sorry, I keep burping. We call it chiclero.
What do you mean?
I know, right? We call it a chiclero. It doesn't really translate to much of anything. It's just a crappy phone.
Nice.
But it was the phone that it was literally just the screen and then the clicky buttons that you had to click on 5 times to get one letter.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
And then if you click past it, you're kind of screwed. You gotta click again.
Correct.
And again and again and again and again and again.
Yes.
So that was my very first phone. And then I remember my second and third ones were both Blackberries.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was the one with the tiny keyboard.
Yes.
And then the second one was a Blackberry that kind of looked like an iPhone, where it was it was a full, it was, the phone was touch screen and everything, but it didn't
I very
have
vaguely know which one you're talking about. I just haven't thought about it in many moons.
I had that one for years, and then I had an LG, I think it was.
Okay.
And I jumped into a pool with that one.
Oh.
And then it had water damage for ever, but it still worked.
I
guarantee if I jumped into a pool with my iPhone.
Yeah, I've seen that happen.
Yeah, it would not work anymore.
No, they usually don't.
Yeah, from there I switched to iPhone, and then I've just had iPhone forever.
Yeah.
I've had iPhone since I was 14.
I used to be on the iPhone train up until middle of high. Which, by the way, I do want to agree with the wholesale point of this, that doom scrolling rectangles is just meh.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
I'm so used to it at this point that I don't
The
I
phones
can't go
nowadays
back.
are so ugly. Fully admit it, it's just a rectangle.
It is just a rectangle. But what's really nice about it is that I have I can emulate stuff, or I can there's a lot of upsides to modern technologies, But I switched from I'm Team Galaxy, right? I have been Team Samsung for a hot minute, right? I switched in college, actually. It was my freshman year. And this was a bit literally I got excluded from a class group chat with all my classmates because I didn't have an iPhone. And
That's so funny.
Damn. Yeah, which whatever, I don't really care. It's not like I
whatever.
talk to literally any of those people anymore. I don't think any of them would even remember who I am at this point, so it doesn't matter. But I remember just always being fed up and pissed off with Apple because I don't know if you remember, but back when we would have still been in high school, there was a lawsuit that came out that Apple was putting in updates into their software updates that would slow down older devices.
Slower. Yep.
And I thought I was going crazy for the longest time because I had an iPhone and I would never have the newest iPhone. I would basically run phones until the wheels came off, right?
Yeah.
And so I was just man, I updated my phone. All of a sudden it runs incredibly slower now. And I thought I was going crazy. But it turns out I wasn't going crazy and I was actually right. Yeah. And then I switched, like I said, freshman year of college. And then I had that phone, that specific phone for, it's at minimum 5-6 years.
Yeah.
I just recently upgraded and got a new one for free because family plans and Verizon stuff and yada yada. Yeah. But the only reason I did that was because I had like mischarged the battery, so it wouldn't hold a charge anymore. And it was either that or I was going to spend the money to replace it. But my parents were like, well, no, we have this upgrade thing. If we do this, then we get like extra yada yada on the bill or whatever. Like, okay, let's do that then. But like that phone was fine. And that thing was still kicking for the past like 5-6 years. I just needed to like, replace the battery, which I very easily could do myself, but just, didn't have the time to do it. So it's like, man, it's so great having a phone that like actually lasts. you know, like I don't have to like spend $1,000 to get the new model, or else they're gonna slow it down in updates for quote unquote battery purposes, which is horse ass.
Yeah,
because
so the one I have right now, hold on, I'll tell you. I think it's the iPhone 8.
Okay.
No, and it's still kicking. It's still doing good.
Hell yeah. But
it might not be the 8. It might be something else. But yeah, I know that I'll have to upgrade it eventually. Mm-hmm. It's a 12.
Okay.
I think my brother has the 8. Yeah.
I know they skipped 9, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like went straight from 8 to the X.
I've had it for since I moved back with my parents, so probably around 4 years.
Okay.
Which is a solid amount of time to have an iPhone. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty good.
It's still good. The only time it slows down is when I open the camera app for some reason.
Oh, interesting.
So I just don't open it. Like anytime I want to take a picture, I like take it on Discord and then send it to my friend, and then it's saved on my app, my photos.
Huh.
That's the only time that it like really lags out.
That's weird.
I don't know why it does that. I don't know why it does it. I do want to upgrade to the newest, or I don't know about the newest,
but
like,
a newer
one. Yeah. I normally upgrade every like 4 generations.
Sure.
So like my last one was the 8. The one my brother has now, which is the 8, is the last one I had.
Right.
So probably I don't know which one they're on now. I think they're at like 15 or 16.
I'll be so honest with you, I couldn't tell. I could not tell you.
I feel like they upgrade it every 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, it's like more frequent than cars. It feels like to me. I just lose track of it.
Yeah,
like,
iPhone
instantly.
16 is the newest one. So like maybe I'll upgrade like within the next year or something, depending on how much it is.
Right.
Because I know that, like you said, like a lot of the phone places here, especially Verizon, you can trade, and it'll like take out some of the price.
Oh yeah.
And you can also pay for it monthly. What I did with mine is because I had the money, I just like traded in my last phone and then paid cash for it for the new one.
Yeah, which
so I don't
works.
have to worry about monthly payments.
If it works, it works.
Yep. So, yeah, I've had this iPhone for a while, and it's still good. It's still going. My mom has had her iPhone for, oh my god, probably close to 7 years, which is crazy.
Parents hold on to phones for a long time, is what I've noticed.
Yeah,
too.
She has like the 12 Pro Max or something like that.
Oh damn!
Like,
okay.
Hers is like the upgrade of mine.
Pop off.
So that's cool. But yeah, I've just been, I don't know, I guess I'm just used to iPhone. Like when I had Android, I loved Android. But I'm just used to iPhone at this point. It's just like I don't feel like relearning Android
Fair.
now.
I don't know. It really doesn't feel like that huge of a difference, honestly.
Yeah.
It was pretty, like, I already was using, like, Spotify for all my music stuff, so it's like,
yeah,
I didn't have to, like, transition anything from, like, Apple Music or, like, rebuild or change stuff over. Like, it was all just
I had to
pretty much there,
recently,
you know?
because my dad got the family plan for Verizon, and that includes Apple Music and, like, a bunch of other stuff.
Sure.
So I had to switch from Spotify to Apple Music. I hate it.
Oh, God, yeah, that sounds horrible.
I hate Apple Music.
Screw
it's
that.
so annoying.
Didn't they, like, recently change Apple Music, too, to, like, make it, like, way more booty? Or am I thinking of something else?
I don't think so.
Which I know, like, the other thing about Spotify is, like, they
changed.
just don't, like, pay people. Like, weird, like, have you seen Weird Al, like, what he does every year for, like, the Spotify, like, wrap-up thing?
I didn't
He always, like, he makes a deal to be like, I'm, you know, with all the money that I made from Spotify, I'm going to, like, buy this sandwich from In-N-Out. Like, that's how much money that he makes off Spotify is enough to, like, get lunch.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he makes it a point every year to, like, do something like that just to, like, point out, like, Spotify doesn't really pay people that much. So
Yeah.
I think that's neat that he does that, and I think that's very fun, for lack of a better term, that he points that out, and that kind of, it's a very Weird Al way of doing it also, which I think is great. But, I mean, like, my Galaxy phones are so interesting because, like, this is a true thing that happened. Oh God, a little bit under, literally like not even a year ago, barely like, oh God, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
But I was in the bathroom, did my business, finished up, washed my hands, and then I like picked up my phone off the counter, right?
Yeah.
But my hands were still like a little bit wet. So I just like didn't fully pick it up and then basically yeeted it across the room and straight into the toilet.
Oh.
I yeeted my last phone straight into the toilet. Got it out immediately. Wiped it off with like an alcohol wipe or whatever. But that thing, totally fine. Not a single issue with it whatsoever.
You could also just throw a phone in rice, and it helps a lot with
because like rice
damage.
like absorbs the water out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I thought that was a myth, but it's not.
It does work because I actually did have that where I jumped. I had like, remember those like waterproof phone cases? You remember when that was a trend? I had like one of those, but like it didn't work too well.
LOL.
So then I had to do put it in the rice, and then it ended up working. So,
yeah, I mean it doesn't completely fix it, but
that phone definitely had issues after that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But that definitely helped, for sure. Like, oh God, and like the other whole thing with is like the battery life stuff, right? Where like they're just like lithium polymer batteries, which LiPo batteries really aren't that like insane of a thing to take care of. It's like, oh, they're dangerous. It's like, well, they're only dangerous if they're like mishandled. So they're really just kind of batteries, Like, cause what's anyone in IT would probably tell you that like if they get like overcharged or misused or like mishandled, you can tell when they're damaged or gonna have issues because they have like those like vacuum like heat sealed like plasticky kind of like case over them, right? You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like like what you'd see on like a beer bottle, right? Where they like shrink wraps. That's the word I'm looking for. So they typically have like that kind of like a casing over it, and when they get damaged or start to like have issues, they will puff up like pillows. So like we'll literally call them like spicy pillows, and that's because they either explode or turn into mini flamethrowers if it gets punctured.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, like quite literally. Like there's a video that I mentioned them last week that Corridor Digital. They had a bunch of old LiPo batteries that they had in some of the cameras that they used that were incredibly damaged and puffed up. So what they did was they hung them on like a board and shot it with an arrow. And it literally like where it got like punctured on the side with an arrow, like a jet of flame shot out like 2 feet long.
Oh my God.
And then
crazy.
It shot out, died down, shot out again, died down, and then shot out again before finally like sputtering out. And that was because it was a 3-cell battery. So every single cell within the battery had its own like discharge. So that's also why like electric car fire is like the worst thing ever, because every single individual cell of the car's battery will ignite and just like create a new fire. So it's basically a fire that doesn't need oxygen to expand and grow. So like the amount of water that it takes to put out like an electrical car fire is like you could fill up a football stadium with water, I think. Like it's quite literally insane. But so those spicy pillows are they're not hard to like, it's not hard to keep them in good condition. And especially now with like the technology's been advancing so much that it's really like not as much of an issue as like big tech companies will make it seem like, because they want to basically recycle and just they planned obsolescence is a thing. So they want planned obsolescence, so you buy the new thing. Like they don't want you to fix your thing, they want you to buy the new thing, right?
Gotcha.
But so what was I going with this? Oh shit. Batteries. Oh yeah. So my first job in IT actually, one of the guys I worked with was a guy named Greg. Shout out Greg. That guy was scary smart. He was the guy where I walked into his office and he goes, "Hey, check the Wi-Fi real quick." And there was a new Wi-Fi signal named CSI Surveillance Van. And I go, "There's a new Wi-Fi service here." And he goes, "Oh, okay, neat." And then he unplugs a USB from his computer and it disappeared. And I'm like, "Greg, what the hell are you working on?" He's like, "Don't worry about it." And I'm like, "Okay, Greg." But so his office was an old like locker room that got converted into an office, because there like used to be a gym in that hallway. So they like converted that gym into like something else. But so you can tell it used to be like a locker room / bathroom that is just now an office because they took all like the plumbing and everything out. But it still had like a functioning water fountain in the corner. Yeah, and I walked into his office one day and there were just 3 swelled up LiPo batteries in the water fountain.
Oh.
I'm like, Greg, why are these here? And he goes, oh, well, I put them there. And I go, no, I get that part. But like, why did you put them there instead of like, I don't know, getting rid of them in some kind of way? And he goes, well, if they explode, I'll just turn on the water fountain.
Like, okay, well.
In my mind, I'm like,
sure.
Greg, no, that's not how that's going to work, buddy. That's going to be, we're evacuating because the school's on fire.
That is very funny.
But then that never happened to the best of my knowledge. But I just remember seeing this and being like, you were basically sitting like 5 feet away from this water fountain with 3 incendiary grenades, just chilling.
Yeah, I was gonna say like just chilling. Yeah.
Just casually, like they're no no big deal. Like
vibing.
It
wasn't a good day in the office.
Correct. A very good day in the office.
But yeah,
phones.
Did you ever hear about the Galaxy phones that exploded?
Oh yeah, well that's actually because of the LiPo batteries.
Really?
Yeah, literally it's because of those batteries. Like there was some issue with something was drawing too much power at a time. So, and like the transfer of electricity will always generate heat because it's a transfer of energy. And so basically it was like something was transferring too much energy at one given time. So it was overheating the batteries. And that would cause them to literally like the swelling that I'm talking about. Like that's what would happen.
Yeah.
They would swell, and then like if one part like ruptures, then boom, flamethrower.
The whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's literally like why that happened.
People lost like limbs, didn't they?
I don't know if it was that bad, but definitely people got burned like really bad.
3rd-degree burns for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, people got burned to hell. But I don't know so much about people losing limbs. Like it's not like 4th of July fireworks, from what I understand.
Yeah.
But it definitely wasn't good. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say it's a good thing.
My cousin has gotten hit by a firework.
Your cousin? Would you hold on? Discord cut out a second. Did you say your cousin got hit by a firework?
Yes.
What?
We were setting off fireworks and one of them fell.
Oh.
And one of the fireworks shot off straight into my cousin.
Oh God!
It didn't explode though. He like pushed it out of the way in time for it to like not explode on him.
Oh Jesus!
But he like it full hit him.
Well, yeah, that's insane. Did it like hurt, like break something? Like
it didn't break anything. It's just he got burned. Not too bad though.
That's crazy. Because I've seen people have like Roman candle fights. Have you seen that before?
I have not. No.
They call it like wizard dueling. Because you know like the Roman candlesticks, right? Where it's just like a tube and it's like punk, punk, and it's just like colored balls that come out of it. But yeah, no, literally people call it like wizard dueling, and they'll like stand like a certain distance apart and we'll just like shoot them towards each other.
Yeah.
I assume it wasn't a Roman candle that your cousin got shot with.
No, it was a full firework.
Okay. It's good that they didn't get hurt because fireworks are sketchy. I think,
again,
business.
he just got burned.
Yeah.
Because fireworks in a 3rd world country is also very sketchy.
Oh, yeah. You know what? When you put it that way, that makes sense.
Yep.
Well, because like my sister-in-law's a nurse, and so like every 4th of July, she'll always be like, "Today is the last day that someone on this planet is gonna have all their toes and fingers."
Jesus Christ! Yeah, literally.
Literally, like
That's
it's such a common thing. It happens every single year where it's like today's the last day, someone's gonna have all their fingers and toes. It always happens.
That is crazy. Yeah.
And again, it's like I always ask her too if I've seen her like, so how many was it this year? And she's like, 7. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, like 7? It's a thing. People like, I don't remember the context of this, but last night Eggy said natural selection's been getting really creative recently. So
that is amazing.
Yeah, so that made me think of that. It's like, yeah, I mean, yeah. Firework, they're nasty business because there's a football player for the New York Giants named Jason Pierre-Paul, right? Who I don't remember what position he played because I'll be honest, I'm not super into football, but like my dad is, so I'm like really adjacent to it, so I know about it. But he literally like blew off 3 of his fingers.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and he professional football player who needs his hands. You know, Like, I mean, granted, he still like continued his career, but like it definitely like altered the trajectory of the remainder of his career by that point. So,
Gotcha.
Shout out to Jason Pierre-Paul and his missing fingers.
And his missing fingers. We might need to end this episode because I need to help my mom with a bunch of stuff.
Oh, you know what? That's fair. I feel like we've had a lot of good.
We've had a lot of talking points. I'm a furry.
I thought you said I'm afraid.
That too.
You know what? It's fair to be afraid.
I'm afraid of who I am.
That's fine. You know what?
Who I truly am.
I feel like that's one of the most relatable things that's been said all week, to be honest with you. You know?
Yep. Sorry, I yelled from really far away.
Well, yeah. You have to do the distant scream that I normally do.
Oh, you're right.
Because I'll have to do the intro this week.
Hold on. Okay. Just let me know when you just like yell or something.
Well, no, it's always like whenever. So I always do it with, like whenever you say bye, and then I just do the whatever shout, right?
Okay.
So that'll be your cue, I guess. We're professionals.
Okay, great.
We know how to do
this.
All
right, I'll get ready.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and listening to this. I don't have an outro to copy because Finn doesn't have a structure for this, because why would we need a structure for this? If you were listening to this on YouTube, we have Spotify. If you're listening to this on Spotify, we have a YouTube. The links for all those things are in the description because, we want to be found. And we have Discord if you want to join the community. Put some suggestions, as we read off of today. As you see, it's a good way for you guys to get involved with, making of the sausage that is this podcast. And thank you for joining us. And we've been your last Brain Cells Left this week. Bye!